Up and covering this breaking story from around the world. We'll get to Zach Cohen and Elena Treen in just a moment, but I want to start with CNN's Jeremy Diamond first. He's in Tel Aviv. Jeremy, have any of the Iron Dome intercepted any of those missiles? Is there a timing on when those might arrive?
Well, we certainly know that Iran has already fired a barrage of ballistic missiles at Israel. We had sirens going off not only here in Tel Aviv, but also in Jerusalem, in northern Israel, in southern Israel, pretty much Israelis everywhere across the country, millions heading to bomb shelters as those ballistic missiles came in. It does appear that there were several intercepts. We have not yet gotten reports of any actual impacts as a result.
Okay. So the short and sweet of it is, last night at around 10:30 p.m. Pacific time, as I was laying in bed trying to close my eyes to wake up and work out early in the morning and go live with the hopes that, like, Iran had still not been struck, I found out that Iran had, as a matter of fact, been struck by Israel and the United States of America. Okay? They tried to do an early decapitation strike, hit numerous cities from Isfahan to Tehran and many others. They blew up schools because obviously Israel can't fucking not blow up schools. Like, I need you to understand, if Israel doesn't fucking blow up a school every week, they will literally implode. Do you want Israel to implode? Do you want Israel to kill themselves? Do you want the Israeli government to engage in collective suicide? How anti-Semitic of you. Okay? How anti-Semitic of you to think these thoughts. Of course Israel has to fucking kill school children overseas. Israel has to kill school children on a weekly fucking basis. Do you understand? They have to do it. They have to do it. This is the only way to liberate the masses, okay? The Israeli economy runs on exploded school children, and some school children have to fucking die. 40 elementary schoolgirls killed, 9 to 13 years old. Thank you, Israel. Thank you, America. In any case, they did all of that, and then Iran retaliated. And this retaliation is different from the 12-day war. You will never get the full scope of exactly what's going on if you go on fucking Twitter, unless you know exactly what to look for, because the entire information apparatus on social media is polluted with bots, polluted with human beings that operate like fucking bots. Okay? It's insane. Misinformation of epic magnitudes. And no, the Gulf states are not actually receiving the brunt of this impact. The Gulf states that have American radar systems inside of American fucking bases inside of the Gulf states are receiving the brunt of the impact, with the exception of Dubai. Dubai has actually received a little bit more, and maybe some of the Gulf states will receive even more of the bombing. But so far, the reason why I say it's a little bit different than the 12-day war is because Iran immediately retaliated by striking American radar systems in Bahrain, in the UAE, in Qatar. And they've actually effectively taken out multiple billions of dollars worth of radar systems and early advance warning systems that the American government has designed all around the region. Now, of course, America knew this was going to happen, just so you know, because that is going to yield tremendous prosperity for the military-industrial complex. You blow up $2 billion worth of radar systems, but guess what? That means we got to rebuild. That means new contracts. That means new fucking contractors. That means new workers that will fly out into the Gulf and hastily rebuild these military bases. So that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. America knew that that was going to happen. That's why they brought in their entire AWACS fleet, the aerial surveillance systems that we have at our disposal, created by Lockheed Martin, created by Boeing as well. These surveillance systems are flying around. All around, basically in like a perfect single file line from Iran all the way to Israel to protect, of course, the Holy Land, the most important country on the planet. Not your state, not Wyoming. The only state in the United States of America that matters, the state of Israel. So, just remember that. every single Gulf country is being hammered currently that have American bases that are being hammered fucking currently and presently. They are destroying billions of dollars of American equipment inside of American bases. I've seen videos in Bahrain of even Shahed drones blowing up the American base. Shahed drones can be shot down with an AK-47. That's how little America gives a shit about its goddamn assets in the region. If you wanted to, if you're wondering what the situation looks like, Shahed drones are so fucking slow, you can shoot them down with an AK-47. And they're currently striking. They're currently striking American bases in Bahrain. The naval base in Bahrain is being struck. Okay? Iranian drone hits the vicinity of Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The IRGC has officially announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. The economy about to buckle. Inshallah, the economy will buckle. These people that lead these countries are fucking animals. Do you understand? They're animals. They do not care about you. We are going to suffer as a consequence of their actions, but they only fucking respond. They only respond to force. They only respond to military deterrence. They only respond to pressure. And it's literally, we have to be the pressure. We have to be the pressure. We have to take it to the streets. We have to fucking protest. We have to put an end to this kind of action. We have to demand an end, sever ties with Israel. We have to demand an end to American imperialism. It's done. Okay? It's done. There is no other way out of this. Note the book on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's desk during this call today with the President Trump is historian Tim Bouvier's book, Allies at War, about how the Allies defeated Hitler in World War II. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during his conversation with U.S. President real Donald Trump. I bet his bitch ass is fucking having that conversation in some Greek military facility too. Drone strike in Dubai. Yeah, Israel is fucking, not Israel, sorry. Iran is pummeling Dubai. If you noticed, out of all the Gulf countries, like Dubai is getting hit the hardest. This to me shows that there's a reason, right? Like they are very deliberate about who they are attacking and why they're attacking the countries that they are attacking. Dubai is obviously, the UAE is obviously Muslim Israel. For those of you who don't fucking know, I know many of you think, oh no, that's like a pedophile cryptocurrency safe haven. That's basically in Miami. The UAE's foreign policy and like regional leadership is basically to be the Muslim version of Israel. Okay. They're right there. Whenever Israel's doing stuff, Dubai and the UAE is right there. Okay. And for the record, Iran did warn every other country in the region. And Iran did say, if you do this, it will be a regional war. If you do this, if you back us into a corner, we will fight back. And of course, you know, that is the case. Again, that's a Shahed drone. Like, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Bro, you really actually don't need like I was thinking about this with like the Afghanistan, the Taliban, Pakistan fight that was taking place. And I was really thinking about this. You really don't need suicide bombing anymore. You know, because like the Taliban guy was like, oh, you have nuclear arms, but we have like suicide bombers. Like, we'll just blow up your country with suicide bombers. And it's like, you really don't need that anymore in drone warfare, right? You don't need that at all. Just make fucking drones. Just, you can purchase them from, you know, you can purchase them in the online marketplace. Like, China literally sells like explosive ordnance delivery mechanisms that you can put to a DJI drone that you can purchase like at virtually no significant cost in comparison to, like, sophisticated equipment that you need to put together. So I guess, like, you kind of, at that point, you're doing that for the love of the game, right? Like, you're doing suicide bombing just for the love of the game because, like, you want to keep it old school. Is that what it is? Why is bro saying that? I'm just saying it's, like, insane that, I mean, this is functionally what you could get away with if you facilitated, like, a somewhat difficult to pull off suicide bombing strike, right? And instead you're just using a Shahed drone that's like, what, $10,000? It's crazy. It's crazy how terrifying this process is. Anyway. But isn't suicide bombers cheaper than drones? Yeah, but it's there's no guarantee. A suicide bombing campaign is an incredibly difficult thing to pull off, dude. First of all, you need people that are diehard zealots, quite literally. The IEDs are, like, not very expensive. They're not very sophisticated. But at the end of the day, like, pulling off a successful suicide bombing operation is really fucking difficult. You need to have a human asset on the ground. Drones, on the other hand, yeah, sure, it's like 10 grand. Like a Shahed drone specifically is like $10,000 or whatever. But you don't have, like, there. It's not. It's has a much higher success rate and more ordnances, more explosive ordnances on the drone itself. That's crazy. They're just doing, like, they're doing piecemeal Shahed strikes on residential buildings, dude. This is the Al Udeid radar system before and after the strike. Yeah, what was and what became. This is like $1.5 billion, I think. Satellite images showed the destruction of an American radar at the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar as a result of targeted operations by Iran. First, they crippled the American early warning systems like this. And America let it happen, by the way. Just so you understand, if you are living in one of these, if you're living in one of these Gulf countries, that's in Bahrain. This is fake. Look at the buildings in the bottom. No, they did strike at the Al Udeid base, though. I don't know if this is like, what do you call it? I don't know if this image is fake or not. But they did actually strike the Iranians did strike the Al Udeid Air Base radar. They did actually do that. The photo itself might be fake. I'm saying the photo itself that you guys sent me might be fake, but they did strike the radar base in Qatar. Like, there is literally a fucking video of it. You know, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is the one in Bahrain. The first round, the first round of strikes came towards the Gulf states, and immediately they went in and struck all of the American bases that have early warning systems, radars in all of the Gulf states. And then after they were done with that, they have not stopped pummeling Israel as well. All this is distract from the Epstein files? No joke? No, brother. No. This is not a distraction from the Epstein files. This is a 50-year project for Israel. This is so much more consequential than the fucking Epstein files. Like, this is not even that's crazy. This is a 50-year project by Israel. This is a project that also corresponds to American interests in the region in general. They've always wanted no sovereignty for Iran. They always wanted the Iranian oil as well. America has always wanted to have complete monopoly over the cartel, OPEC plus. Obviously, you have state actors that are not always going to be compliant, but as long as you have some servile Gulf nation states like Saudi Arabia, like UAE, and then you also destroy Iran or remove Iranian sovereignty or completely take over the Iranian oil refinery process, then you have a significant upper hand in this cartel. You can control the petrodollar to the best of your ability. You can use it as a significant point of leverage against your foreign adversaries like China. This is 50 years in the making. This isn't a new thing at all, and it's finally happening because Israel has lost all of its Western support. So this is perhaps the last time that they can do it. Okay? This is the last time that Israel will be able to do this. From their perspective, Trump is crazy enough to follow through on it. This is a final act of desperation, in my opinion. This is the grand design in the region coming to a close. So however much America, like if Iran is capable of putting up a strong front and a strong resistance against this, make it as difficult and as costly as possible for America to engage in this war of attrition while destabilizing the entire global economy, which they have the capability to do, America will most likely collapse. I just don't see any clean way out of this. As I talked about with Ben Rhodes earlier this week, ironically enough, Ben Rhodes, National Security Advisor to Barack Obama, who played a significant role in the JCPOA, the Iran denuclearization deal. One of the conversations that we had was obviously around America and Israel's interest in Iran. We talked about how it was never about denuclearization, and Obama basically proved that because Obama was able to get a successful multilateral deal through with Iran. Iran was willing to negotiate with the United States of America in exchange for sanctions relief. And then Donald Trump came in and ripped that apart in his first term, if you guys remember. And it basically showed anyone with more than 3 working brain cells, and I hope you guys have more than 3 working brain cells, that there was no real negotiation aspect. And it was more so just a way to create a reason to destabilize Iran inevitably. And the reasons for why America and Israel want to destabilize Iran is not because the Iranian people deserve sovereignty and dignity. Although that is true, that's not the reason why America and Israel want to destabilize Iran. So if you're a fucking moron who actually believes that, get the fuck out of my chat. Okay? You are the biggest dupe, the biggest sucker. I bet you also think that going to war with Iraq and extracting oil for American oil refineries was probably good for you somehow, personally. You are the biggest loser. You're the biggest dumbass of all time. America does not give a fuck about democracy. America doesn't even give a fuck about democracy in America. America doesn't even care about American citizens. America certainly doesn't even care about American military members. We literally parked 50% of our naval assets in and around Israel and in and around Iran. If you think that we care about what happens to them, you are fucking delusional. Okay? Yeah. You're the guy who goes to the strip club and says, no, you don't understand. You see, Hasan, the stripper does love me, actually. She told me. She loves me. I believe her. You are all, at best, human shields, okay? Your worth to the American government, to the Israeli government, is either a human shield, collateral damage, maybe productive forces if you are productive to a certain degree, you know? What is this? Saved as modded GIF? Do we have a blast off meme, by the way? I didn't even blast off yet. It's 48 minutes in and I just started fucking going in. I was not expecting Iran to fire into like 5 countries right away. I was. Can you explicitly lay out how this benefits U.S. and Israel? I mean, it depends. Are you talking about the working class? Are you talking about the capital owning class? Are you talking about those who are in positions of power? Because like if you're talking about the Epstein class, this benefits them tremendously because you're always moving units, right? Any American base that gets blown up as a consequence of Iran retaliating means, you know, more economic activity. It means more jobs. It means more subsidies from the government. It means more taxpayer funded initiatives to rebuild those bases. So that's extremely beneficial for some key sectors in the United States of America. So that yields economic activity. Every bomb that is used yields economic activity because every bomb that is used must be replenished. That's why, you know, in this day and age, war is not meant to be won. War is meant to simply continue. And it has been continuing. And there is a fairly sophisticated media apparatus that has made you think that war is not happening all the time when it, as a matter of fact, very clearly is happening all the fucking time, right? Whether it be Iran today, or Afghanistan and Iraq yesterday, Libya, Syria, there is constant destabilization taking place. That's happening all the time. Yeah. Also, this is what war looks like for Americans in Bahrain. Bahrain is basically the cushiest job in the Gulf too. Look.
Bro. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh.
Like, look at this motherfucker's house, bro. Why is he not scooping up poop inside of the USS Gerald Ford? Why is he fucking sitting? Jamal Bowie is retweeting that you're anti-Semitic and insane on Blue Sky. Jamal Bowie is calling you anti-Semitic and insane on Blue Sky. Oh, fucking discourse machine, dude. Yes. Oh no! Oh no! A New York Times reporter has called me anti-Semitic. A New York Times reporter is calling me anti-Semitic. A New York Times reporter who is a fucking adult, almost 40 fucking years old, and had no statements on Israel and Palestine for 2 fucking years of the genocide at the New York Times. Oh no! Someone alert the presses. Someone has to deal with the real issues. This too is anti-Semitic and also completely insane. Oh, because I said if there's any terrorism that happens on U.S. soil now, you will never be able to convince me nor millions of other Americans that it wasn't Israel and America conducting it together to rally the masses to support an insanely unpopular war. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Guys. I need you to understand, guys. I know that the billionaire pedophilic elite will send your sons and daughters to go die in a region that has never done anything to you whatsoever so they can yield back